Since the supply of wind and sun and algae is unlimited, their prices will not jump. That cannot be said of oil, the supply of which is limited and declining. That cannot be said of coal, whose costs of extraction and labor and transportation are bound to rise. So I believe technological and economic forces will overtake the political and the regulatory efforts of national governments. We are beginning one of history's great transitions, the transition to a new economic foundation for the 21st century and beyond. Shouldn't we organize to encourage this transition, even as we continue to work towards international compacts? Of course we should. Now, if this conference does not get a strong agreement, some will say that Copenhagen has failed, that we talk grandly, but we're fooling ourselves, much like the fairy tale The Emperor Has No Clothes. And others will say that any agreement that is being reached isn't enough because the world is going to melt and we are going to die anyway. And others will say, look at these crazy people trying to wreck the global economy. No, ladies and gentlemen, this conference is automatically and already a success. Kyoto brought the world's focus to what must be done. Brought the focus to the whole subject. We didn't know then what we know now. We didn't have as much experience with the science that we will research or the hurdles that we will face. But Kyoto made us think differently about the world. And perhaps the real success of Copenhagen is to give us the opportunity to think differently again. Perhaps the success comes in realizing that something different needs to be done, and in fact is already being done. It's being done on a sub-national level. And I would ask the UN to convene a climate summit, like Copenhagen, but for cities, for states, for provinces, and for regions. And I would be more than happy to host such a summit in California, or anywhere else the UN wants to hold it, but I recommend strongly in California. People like coming to California. Love our state. So, ladies and gentlemen, the world's governments alone cannot make progress. The kind of progress that is needed on global climate change, they alone cannot do it. They need everyone coming together, everyone working together. They need the cities, they need the states, they need the provinces and the regions. They need the corporations, the activists, the scientists, and the universities. They need the individuals whose vision and determination create movements. They need everybody out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us regain our momentum. Let us regain our purpose. Let us regain our hope by liberating the transformative power beneath the national level. That can be the great contribution of Copenhagen. That could be the great contribution of Copenhagen. So thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you for your kind attention and warm hospitality. And thank you for the great passion and for the hard work that you all do. And it is very important that we continue with this work. So thank you very much, and I'll be back. Thank you.